Tim Albright at ISE 2017 with Jason McGraw, Vice President of Expositions for InfoComm International. How are you, sir?
Great, Tim. Thanks.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Thank you for this show.
Sure.
InfoComm is half owner of ISE. You are an award winner now, so congratulations for that.
Sure.
InfoComm, the show, last year's show, won an award.
Yeah.
Registration for that starts somewhere in the next week or so.
Yeah.
What are some of the things that you guys are bringing to the table and are encouraging folks to come to June in Orlando this year?
Well, absolutely. We have a newly expanded education and professional development content program this year. We've extended our seminar workshop package to start on Tuesday, the day before the show, with over 100 sessions for one low price. I think it's $249 US for members. I feel like I'm shilling here a little bit, but it's a great value. So, anyone that's an InfoComm member can get access to over 100 sessions for one low price. It's this great education opportunity. But, we're going to have 1,000+ exhibitors at the show. We have a lot of the same large brands that are here at ISE, but then we have hundreds of exhibitors that don't come to the ISE show that are at the US show every year. So there's a lot of opportunity there. If you're in North America, great, but if you're from somewhere else in the world, it's another reason to come to the US as well. But we have a new focus this year really on the customer and talking about solutions and outcomes in the industry and really trying to help the channel understand how they can better sell and service the end user customer. And from the end user perspective, looking at how technologies and applications can help them with their objectives in their businesses. So that's a big focus in our offerings this year at the show, is really talking about applications, case studies, solutions. So we have a new program, over 70% new education content in our seminar and workshop package. We're also launching a new executive conference the day before the show called TIDE, Technology, Innovation, Design, and Experience. And it's really focusing around the story of AV and how you can use AV in storytelling, talking about virtual reality, talking about how the technology can help shape your experiences. So it's really kind of dovetailing into that whole attendee outcome perspective that we're focusing on. We've added a new thought leadership program on the show floor at our center stage this year. We have a new, what we're calling the Park, which is a attendee experience area on the floor with food trucks, live entertainment, meetups, networking, interactive games, new immersive technology pavilion, talking about AR, VR, 360 video. So we have a lot of new features at the show this year, but also the latest and greatest technology from all of our major manufacturers. So we're pretty jazzed about it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, InfoComm is one of those key points in the year, right, in development, where manufacturers will come and I'm not saying they hold off their product. I wouldn't suggest that, but it's something in their development cycle. They say, June, whether it's Vegas or Orlando, is one of those things, is one of those marks on the calendar where they can say, okay, if we can have it by here, right? If we can have it ready to ship, or we can have it ready to demo by the end of May, 1st of June every year, it's not exactly a bad thing. Right. You talked about the education. Last year was the first year you did that all-inclusive type thing. What was the reception that you got? I would assume that the reception was pretty good since you're continuing it this year.
Oh, it was fantastic. We had over 2,600 registrations of that package last year, which was phenomenal. And it increased the number of session seats as well. So, we had some sessions that had nearly 300 people in them, and it's amazing over the combination of the value of not only getting the education in the class, but then seeing it in practical application on the show floor. And then we also run AV tech tours off-site at local facilities where you can actually see something in action, kind of like a field trip. So it's kind of that combination of the learning, the experiential, the learning about the technology, getting to talk directly to the manufacturers, to their sales engineers. How is this going to work for me and my project? That we think is just a really unique opportunity.
Well, it's also a good networking, right? And there's yes, you can talk to people on the phone, absolutely. And you can be Facebook friends with folks or social media friends with folks. But there's something dramatically different than talking face-to-face, in person, and connecting with that voice and connecting with that person that you're going to call in 3 months when you do have a call in with whatever issue or product or service. Something else you guys have done over the last few years, and you've developed it, and actually I've seen some of it here developed at ISE, are these small little modules throughout the show floor.
Sure.
They've been called pavilions in the past. You've got different areas. How have those evolved over the last couple of years to actually reflect where our industry is going?
Sure. Well, in a way, that's kind of like our incubators, if you will. You know, when we try to bring in a new segment to the show, we've been doing this for years. You know, we'll create a pavilion or a showcase or a feature area on the show floor, even add a new track session in the show to address new technologies. You know, so this year we're doing an immersive experience on the floor in one area. We've added our innovation showcase in the last couple of years to feature new-to-market companies. So it's been a way that we've been able to germinate new technologies areas, bring them into focus at the show, and create some more interest. You know, for the attendees to come back every year, it's easy to find something new. On the other hand, you know, it's such a large show. It's helpful to attendees that we do have pavilions for digital signage, for unified communications, for live events, you know, lighting and staging, you know, and then just general exhibits. So, you know, we have certainly huge multi-line brands that have products that fit all those different technologies and applications. So, you know, we kind of think it's the best of both worlds to, you know, still try to bring in new. I mean, last year we had over 200 new exhibitors at the show.
Wow.
We'll probably have a similar number this year. So there is totally something new, and it's the number one reason attendees come to the show is to see the latest products.
What is your favorite part of the InfoComm show?
Oh my gosh. I tell you, my favorite time, I share this sometimes, is that it's about midnight the night before the show opens.
Okay.
Because it's like going into a shopping mall when the stores are closed. You see everything is pristine, all the hard work that went into setting up these awesome displays. You know, they get the carpet rolled down, and it's just you, and you're looking around at the beautiful displays, and then it's just like a minor miracle the next morning that thousands and thousands of people turn out. And it's the most rewarding thing as a show organizer is that you're like the party host, right?
Yep.
So it's everything's come together. It looks wonderful, and it's just so amazing. And I just really enjoy, you know, seeing the looks on people's faces when they come into the show. And there's plenty of attendees it's their first time coming, and they're just overwhelmed with you know, the cool displays, the cool technology, and I just get a lot of satisfaction out of that.
No, that's a good answer. All right, so if people are chomping at the bit to register, or they want to find out more information about the show, where do they go?
InfoCommShow.org, InfoComm.org.
All right.
Both of our sites will get you to where you can register, a big registration button on top. You can peruse all the content sessions, you can search our floor plan, you can choose the exhibitors that you want to see and connect with at the show. Later this spring we'll have our mobile app that'll be available for download. That's a great tool that attendees should tap into.
Before the show ever starts?
Oh yeah, it'll be available this spring, and that'll help to, you know, start planning your show. You know, who you're going to visit. You can also you know, search by product categories, find the exhibitors that you want to go, the events that you want to do, so you can plan out your whole trip. Also through registration, you can connect through to book a hotel room, so you can start planning your stay. And there's a lot to do in Orlando, and a lot's changed actually in the last couple of years since we were there. A lot of new features, a lot of new restaurants, expansion of the theme park. So if you want to stay on afterwards for a holiday, that's great. But the air conditioning works wonderfully in the convention center. So even though we know it's going to be warm and humid in Orlando, it'll be perfect inside where all the cool toys are.
It is, and I can attest to that. Jason McGraw, thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Tim.
Jason McGraw from InfoComm. For more information about us, you can find us at AVNation.tv.